And good evening, everybody, to Cardboard Life here on a Sunday evening. Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a great weekend. I've spent mine at a state championship basketball tournament, so yeah, it's in the blink of an eye, it's gone. But hey, what a great weekend! And FYI, Jack and the Bernie lads did come in third in the state championships for the under-18s. Fantastic effort, and they played very, very well. Very unlucky. The top four teams in that competition, any one of the four could have won it, but it's the way it goes. We'll finish with third, and a great way for Jack to finish his junior basketball career. But we're here for the NBL break, our first NBL break of Topps Chrome 24-25. Now, I'm going to explain a couple of things early on here because I don't have NBL cards to pull the teams. So what I've actually done is I've used some of the NBA ones, and I'm going to explain who's going to get what. Okay? Simple stuff. So, we have the Atlanta Hawks, which is obviously going to be the Illawarra Hawks. That makes sense. We'll go to the next one. The Philadelphia 76ers is obviously going to be the Adelaide 36ers. That's pretty cool. The Houston Rockets are going to be the Brisbane Bullets. Closest thing I could get. But you get the idea. The Sacramento Kings, yes, you guessed it, they're going to be the Sydney Kings. We're going well so far, aren't we? Alright, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So, I've gone this one purely on colour. So, the Dallas Mavericks are going to be Melbourne United. Yes, Melbourne United. We then have the Toronto Raptors, and the Raptors are going to be the Wildcats. Okay, the Wildcats for the Raptors. Following me? The Grizzlies are going to be the Taipans. Just so you know. We have the Orlando Magic. The Magic is going to be the Melbourne Phoenix. Alright? Now, this is where I got a little bit creative. You'll love this one. So, the T-Wolves are going to be the Jack Jumpers. Now, the reason is, of course, Ant-Man plays for the T-Wolves. So, that's why the Jack Jumpers are going to be the T-Wolves. And the Trailblazers, they're going to be the Breakers. Closest thing I could come up with. So, there you go. That's what the teams are going to be. So, we'll get shuffling. Just so you know. I wanted to put that out there early so that everyone could understand who got what and how. So there we go. A little bit creative. Did you like the T-Wolves one? Ant-Man? Jack Jumpers? Yeah, yeah. I thought it was pretty clever myself. Anyway. Doesn't take much. And look, we'll break this baby tomorrow night. So get your viewing eyes on for tomorrow night. There we go, there's the teams. We'll do the numbers and we'll be cooking with gas. Whee. And interesting start to the NBA seasons. Lots of, I'll tell you what, the Warriors looked amazing until they got beaten by the Portland Trailblazers. What was that? Steph's already got 100 points. What the hell? How good is the 76ers rookie, Edgecombe? My goodness. He's going to be an absolute gun. And the Heat. Heat dropped 140, I'm going to say 145. 146, 145 against the Grizzlies. Without Boy Wonder. Oh, some strange happenings. Some very strange happenings. Alright. Actually, I finished watching a really great show. If anyone hasn't watched it, Courts of Gold. I watched it with Jack. It's the documentary on the. Just going to get this square. There we go. Documentary on the US Olympic team. Absolutely incredible. And if you don't have a true appreciation for a couple of players in particular afterwards, you never will. That being Victor Wembanyama and Steph Curry. Absolutely unbelievable. But there's some good stuff. KD's really good in it. You've got a lot of the French guys, even Nikola Jokic, Bogdanovic. There's a lot of... Yeah, it's a really, really good doco. There you go. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. Let me get my editing component on the other screen so I can put the list there. And thank you all who participated in this, namely Jacob, Phil, Nick. Sorry, something just popped up. Jacob, Phil, Nick Joyce, Colby, Justin, Matt Costello, Ethan, and Stuart. So let's go. So our first spot is spot number 2, which is Phil Kirkwood. And he gets... Well, that's the easy one, isn't it? Because that's Illawarra. Nice. Nice. That's an easy one. Next one is spot 8, which is Ethan. Now, Ethan gets the Dallas Mavericks. Can we remember who the Dallas Mavericks were? That's right. They were Melbourne United. If you paid along, played attention earlier, you'd know that. All right. Next. Spot 10, which is Matt Costello. Matt gets the 76ers, which again, if you've been paying attention, was the Adelaide 36ers. That one makes sense, doesn't it? Spot 1, which I think is Jacob. Jacob gets the Toronto Raptors. Now, do we remember who the Raptors were? That's right, Perth Wildcats. Next up, spot 3, which is Nick Joyce. Nick has got the T-Wolves, which we all know is the Jack Jumpers. If I can spell Tasmanian. Spot 4, which is Colby. He gets the Rockets, which of course was the Brisbane Bullets. Spot 6, which is Matt Costello. He got the Portland Trailblazers, which was the New Zealand Breakers. Spot 7, which is Jacob. He's got the Sydney Kings. As opposed to the Sacramento Kings. Spot 5, which is Justin. Justin has the Grizzlies. Anyone? The Grizzlies, that was the Cairns Taipans. And which leaves a spot number 9, which is Stewie. And everyone should know who that is. But the Magic, which is the Melbourne Phoenix. There we go. So, let's do a quick recap now that I've got that all in there. Jacob Bramich has the Perth Wildcats. Phil Kirkwood has the Illawarra Hawks. Nick Joyce has the Tasmanian Jack Jumpers. Colby Chilcott, the Brisbane Bullets. Justin's got the Cairns Taipans. Matt Costello, the New Zealand Breakers. Jacob Bramich, the Sydney Kings. Ethan has got Melbourne United. Stuart's got the Melbourne Phoenix. And Matt Costello, the Adelaide 36ers. Actually, I've got written there the 366ers. Might have to change that one. So there we go. We'll take one of those sixes out. There we go. So there we go. That's it. We will bust this tomorrow. I'm not sure if there'll be any trades. Give it a crack if you want. Who knows? Otherwise, it is a big piece out. Have a great evening, guys. Talk to you tomorrow.